Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm super, Raj. And how are you? How have you been?
I am doing great as well.
Good to see you, Raj. I initially thought that by this time you must have left Clapingo.
Yeah, I was on a break for 2 months, but I rejoined.
When did you rejoin?
This is the second week.
Oh, lovely. So how is it to be back now again? Because I think,
Because, like we had discussed it in last session,
yeah,
that if nothing works out, join it again and start the journey. Keep the journey on. So I am here again.
how is it to be again here? Like, because you have been for a fair amount of time, the stretch of time
Yeah,
that you have been, it's been quite long, right? Raj?
yeah, of course. Like I completed 1 year in April, though I had taken some break. So I, I mean, ideally, I have worked only for 9 months, but yeah, I completed the cycle of 1 year on 13th of April.
Yeah, that's a pretty good time to
Yeah,
evaluate, self-evaluate yourself. So, how do you feel now, Raj, after having spent so a period of almost 1 year? So, do you really look back and see that from the time that you started and then where you have reached now?
yeah, yes, of course. When I see that, I feel that yes, I have improved a lot. But
Okay,
the question is same that if I'm not good enough, of course, there may be some shortcomings, and I am here to find out or figure out that with your help or others' help, that what is the way forward for me, what is next, and where should I reach? Because if I'm lacking somewhere, then only I'm getting rejection. So that is why I'm
I don't see as such, except for the S and the SH sound, which still
okay,
remains a challenge, I believe.
okay.
I mean, the sound SH, this sound is S. That means when you
Okay,
say, I mean, the word S,
like
S,
yeah, English, yeah,
yeah, SHORT. How will you pronounce that? Right?
short,
Wonderful.
short.
So when you say something and you take your time, then possibly it comes out correct. But when you are
Okay,
saying that in a flow, then it may sound as short also sometimes.
okay, right.
So one of the ways I don't remember that I had told this to you or not, that you could have a list of words starting with S,
Yeah, right. I
and
I have I keep practicing. Like there is some maybe some mismanagement. For example, when I was first told by some tutors here that I started practicing tongue twisters straight away.
mm,
And then I realized that first I need to work on the uh, word itself, like the sound itself.
mm,
If it is still coming S, and then I am pronouncing the tongue twister like she self seashells at the seashore, and unable to pronounce the S and SH sound correctly, then what is the benefit of that tongue twister for me? So these are the things that I did make mistake and then restarted practicing on. So still it's like that. If I'm pronouncing it in a single word, it comes good, but in a flow, I'm still there.
right. So these are the things which possibly could be looked into. Like
Yeah, right.
they may appear very minor,
Yes, sure.
but they could add a lot of color.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
said they could be a feather in your cap as you move forward, as you said.
Yeah, right.
The temperature out here in Kolkata is super intense, Raj. I mean, as I'm speaking to you at this moment,
Yeah, and you feel a little under weather maybe.
Yes, brother. I initially, I felt that I had strong doubts that I could take this session or not. But
Okay.
I saw it's you. So I mustered up.
Oh, my great. Thank you. Thank you.
So I mustered up all my courage. So I hope,
Uh,
yeah. So I'm not sounding weird.
of course not.
So, brother, the Patna must be also blazing hot now.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not bearing the burn because I hardly go outside.
Okay.
I move only in the evening. And
Mhm.
the others who have a regular job, they are sharing those feelings more.
Lovely, brother. I really liked that usage. Only thing is, again, the pronunciation, which you say.
Yeah,
It is not bearing, it's bearing. Okay?
yeah, bearing. Yes, right.
Bearing the brunt.
Yeah, right, right. Bearing.
But lovely usage, superb. So you see, you have started using all those phrases, those expressions so conveniently now, right? So it has become like the back of your palm. Very nice. So
Yeah.
have you been on other platforms also, Raj? No, it's been only Clapping Go always.
It's been only Clapingo till now.
Why is that you haven't tried other platforms? Is it that you have been very loyal to Clapping Go, or what is like? What is like?
No, I mean, if the all the Clapingos, I mean, all the other apps are same, so they are not giving extra feature. So what is the point of trying other platforms?
Okay.
And I did try some other platforms, like there were some others like Free maybe, or some they had some other features like to talk with other strangers, other learners.
Oh,
So that didn't work well for me. So this one is better because here I am getting a chance to talk with someone who is much better than me and able to correct me or give me the feedback. So this works better for me.
you must have spoken to quite a number of speakers here.
Yes, of course. Uh, I correctly remember because I had, I mean, I had noticed, so noted. So I have, I mean, tomorrow again, I'm going to talk with a new tutor and she would be 57th.
Okay. So every time, whenever you speak to a new speaker partner here,
Yeah.
uh, and then by the time you finish the session, do you really draw a comparison with the one or the speakers that you have spoken earlier? Do you have this natural tendency to draw a comparison? Because I do understand that every speaker is unique.
Comparison
I mean,
in what
suppose
manner?
you have been speaking to XYZ, and
Yeah,
then,
of course.
and then you speak to A. Every time you speak to a new person, do you have
Like,
do you give those brownie points like to yourself, to the speaker? How do you determine or decipher that who do you want to speak with? That's what I'm trying to understand. I'm
okay. So, like, I have a few favorite tutors, like, including you, that whenever I get a chance to book, I don't think even for a second.
Thank you so
I
much,
find
man.
a slot, I just go on, like today also. And to talk with new tutors, like, whenever I go, I decide just after watching their YouTube videos. Like
Okay.
if I have to watch some tutors, then I go on YouTube and watch a few videos of theirs, and then I feel that yes, here I it can be challenging for me. Only if it is challenging for me, then I go to new tutors. And believe me, new tutors is always challenging because here, if I am talking with you, you are judging me from. I mean, you are watching me since my starting, so
Mhm.
you know how much I have made effort and all that. So you are encouraging me. But when I reach to new tutors, then again I feel okay, these are my mistakes, because every new tutors comes up with some new feedback or new suggestion, and I feel like okay, these are the things that I am lacking. So that is the one thing that I like about talking to new tutors.
Hmm. Anything that you have found not so great in Clapingo? Because you have spent so many sessions. I mean, when I say not so great, what I want to understand is there any way that Clapingo could improve?
There is always room for improvement, no matter how good a company or anyone is. So of course there is some room for improvement for Clapingo as well. And I had recommended that as well. Like when I had completed 100 session, one the tutor whom I was talking to, she asked me about all this, and that time I had recommended, and I did not get that inclusion till now. So that was about uh, like canceling a session or getting that back. The one thing that I am pretty sure that if sometimes has been like this, that I have got cancelled a few sessions and I have got them back. It's not that I haven't gotten back, but sometimes the services are a bit low and you have to wait. So it's not always easy for I mean others to be patient. So that is the one thing. Otherwise, I don't like. I
So
mean,
when
I
you say
don't think that they do
sometimes,
that.
Raj, sorry, I'm overlapping. When you say sometimes, so why don't you
Yeah.
spell them out? Why don't you bring them on? That which are the times when you felt you personally felt low?
Like when I said this, I mean not getting answer in due time. That
Mm-hmm.
is what I meant. So
Okay.
like I asked for something and then I got the answer after 2 days maybe. So
Okay.
by then I had already recovered from that zone. So that is one thing.
Okay. So you want to say the turnaround time
Yeah.
could be better in terms of the chat support? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Right.
Right, brother. I'm sure Clappingo would be watching this session between us, and
Yeah.
I'll put in a word back to the team also. But I think this has been there for some time. Maybe yes.
I mean, and it's okay to have some technical glitches sometimes. It's not that big a deal. And I don't make a hue and cry of this because I have been designed in a way that I can manage, I can adjust, give a picture of this more clearly. I'm not able to say that much because I personally do not feel that bad story here. And if I will have to rate, I will always rate five star. Like I have rated or given my review on Google account as well. So for me, it is better. Like I cannot thank enough to this app or to all the tutors whom I have interacted with, and I have got the improvement in myself because of all of them.
Lovely, Raj. I think 3 minutes grace time begins. So,
Okay.
couple of random questions. Will that help?
Yeah, right. Of course.
If you were made the education minister for a day in Patna, for you at your state level,
Yeah, right.
what changes would you like to bring in? Because it's just for a day, so you hardly have any time.
The first change that I would like to bring in is the review system for all the teachers, because the way teachers have been appointed is somewhat dubious. Because the dubious, I'm using this word because there are so many teachers, like English teachers, who can't pronounce English well, who
Mhm.
can't write their name in English, but they are teaching English. So how come they got appointed? So this will have to be reviewed, and there should be a like a review of all the teachers, whether they are teaching, so they can go after a review. And if they come up with good marks there, that yes, they are still capable of teaching the same class or same types of students, so they can work there, or otherwise they can be demoted or something like that. This is the thing that I would like.
Lovely, brother. And what is the most disgusting thing that you have eaten in your life so far?
Sorry.
What is the most disgusting thing that you have eaten in your life so far?
I don't think, I mean, I cannot recall anything in that way, because
Okay.
if it comes to food, I'm not fussy about food that much. I like everything. I eat. I like to eat everything.
Raj, if you could have a dinner date with any dead person,
Yeah.
who would that be? And why?
Kishore Kumar.
Oh, lovely, brother. And why would that be? I know the reasons, but why would that be? I am a
Yeah,
die-hard
because
fan of Kishore Kumar myself.
because I wanted to be a singer as well, and Kishore Kumar is the first love of mine. I
Oh,
started listening songs from there.
I'm sure Kishore Kumar is listening to you.
Ah, maybe
And how often do you eat out, Raj?
not not
Much.
that regularly, not much,
Yeah.
but sometimes along with friends we generally go outside, maybe once a month
Once a month.
or once or 2 months.
Okay, so it could be once in 2 months or
Yeah,
once a month. I think the session would get disconnected now. I wish I could have spoken to you for a little longer, but
yeah. So we will talk in another session.
yeah, there is always a race against time, brother. It is always lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, likewise, same here.
Thank you so much, and thank you for booking my
Have
session
a
today. Yeah, have a great evening.
have a nice evening, and take care of yourself.
Thank you. I will. I will. Bye bye, Raj.
Bye. See you in another session.
Yeah, looking forward.